Well, good morning and welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us on our 91st episode of Light Bulb Moments. Remember, money isn't the most important thing in life, but it's reasonably close to oxygen on the gotta have it scale. I am Tom Kuhn. I'm the CEO of Qnity and Qnity of Schools, as well as a Beauty Changes Lives board member. Glad to have you with us today. At Qnity, we like to take what's complicated, overwhelming, and confusing and create a clear and simpler path towards greater financial wellness for you, your team, your stakeholders, your family, etc., using a simple, visual, and actionable approach. So financial wellness for Pro Beauty is what we're about. We have a Money Pro, which is now a benefit that your employees will love. That will impact their lives with better financial wellness and will help you as an employer. We launched that this summer. We also have our financial success training, financial literacy course for students. We're already up to almost 100 campuses in a very short amount of time and are able to touch many students going forward. Also, we have a Money SBO live workshop in Minnesota on September 19th and 20th, led by Candace Gliotto. Remember to prosper, manage your ATM, your attention, time, and money. And it's not lost on us that you're spending your precious time with us today, whether you're listening to us live or listening to the recording on YouTube. We're pleased you decided to join us and welcome you to our community. Past recordings of this are posted in the Profits portal as well as on YouTube. And we welcome not only salons and spas, but also schools into this conversation. All right, so light bulb moment, interesting article here, and I'm going to have someone from our team posted in the chat here, and it's from Inc. magazine. It just came out, and it's called "The Great Resignation is Turning into the Great Regret. Employers are joining in too." So many employees who join the Great Resignation are discovering the grass isn't greener, and the companies that hire them have regrets as well. So you might want to check out this article. So while we haven't seen the end of our collective desire to, quote, take this job and shove it, new studies are showing enough people have acted in an impulse now that the Great Resignation has spawned to the Great Regret. A survey of 2,500 workers from the job search site, The Muse, found that 72% experienced either surprise or regret that the new position or new company they quit their job for turned out to be very different from what they were led to believe. Nearly half, 48% of those workers said they would try to get their old job back. I have an interesting question for you in the chat. So if someone wanted to come back, would you take them back? So yes, nearly half of the workers said they'd try to get their old job back. So my question to you in the chat, now that the chat will be working here, we'll be able to access it, is would you take any employees that left? Would you take them back? And if yes, why? Or if no, why not? So let's get a little chat going there. Now, also, this article continues to talk about, companies also maybe cutting back a little bit here. So now here's the takeaway here. Data continues to show that workers are incredibly burned out and intolerant of toxic and exploitive cultures. So the lesson for employers definitely isn't that you can't go back to treating your people shabbily now. So the Great Regret isn't licensed to be a toxic or cheapskate boss. Now, this is where the compensation findings come in very well, because having this kind of data, perhaps to recruit people back, could be very powerful. Okay, so what this national wave of resignation regret does signal for us is that many of us, both leaders and employees alike, were too hasty in making decisions over the past couple of years. There's good reason our thinking hasn't always been at its clearest, of course. So going forward, we all should think a bit more carefully before resigning or hiring. And one of the reasons we get together each week is so that we can think very clearly through the power of collaborative thinking and guests such as Diane, who I'm going to bring on in just a second here. So anyway, that's my light bulb moment of the week. Check out the article. Sonia will put it in the chat. Curious some of your thoughts. Would you take your employees back? What do you think of the article, et cetera, et cetera. 2 to 10 enrollment has opened. I have passed the torch on 2 to 10 leadership to Heath Smith after a very long 10-year run. They're doing a great job. Of course, I'll be part of 2 to 10, but it's really being driven by Heath Smith and members of our team. So it should be a great conference. Enrollment has opened up. You have to be multi-location. And then also financial wellness for Pro Beauty. Reminder about our Money Pro, which is a benefit for your employees, our Money SBO workshop, and then also Qnity for students. Go to qnityforstudents.com. I'm sorry, qnityforschools.com if you want to book a demo. And then, of course, call to action right now is please go to the website, participate in the data study. Here is the URL for this. Somebody will put it in the chat right now too, if they haven't already. Or here's the QR code. That could be a very easy way to just go to the website, just fill out the form, general area of interest, then we'll take it from there for you. Shout out to Lightheart Sanders, who's a sponsor of this event. And we appreciate all of you. It is 10:44 a.m. Another great session with Diane as such a great guest. You guys have a great week. We will be on next week. And thank you for joining us for another episode of Lightbulb Moments. Bye now.